on brand. We're gonna leave that in because that's on brand. I'm in a weird spot, y'all. I'm watching Expansion with Ransom. Do a little Rainbow deck review, and do you hear the thunder? Okay. I'm just in my office like organizing, so I'm gonna do that while I tell the story. But Ransom said something in the video about like it's very like the way that I channeled it is very like clear and like to the point, and some decks do have the tendency to like be very wishy-washy or very like vague and broad. And I got each and every one of these cards was inspired by a journal, which I have right here because I'm in my office. Oh my god. I'm very clumsy, so if you didn't know me, that's something. But okay, we'll just read something out of that journal. This was like my journal through my first pregnancy, and it was so hard. It was so hard. My pregnancy was so hard for many reasons, but I think the biggest thing is that I got pregnant unexpectedly. I was pregnant with someone I knew at the time we'd been dating for 9 months and had basically known each other at that time. That was like the full duration of how long we'd known each other. And so yeah, I've heard that I know that if you have an unexpected pregnancy, your chances of like developing postpartum depression are like much higher, just because at least from my experience and my perspective, I felt like when you're trying to get pregnant, like you're expecting it, like I gotta be pregnant, I gotta be sober for like 10 months. Pregnancy is 40 weeks typically, by the way. And I'm like thinking of this other creator who's like, she said she was 6 weeks early with her first, and she is 41 weeks maybe, which like you can safely go to 42 weeks. I personally believe our bodies are intelligent. Like if your baby needs longer to cook, it needs longer to cook. And if your body can't handle that, I do think there's like obviously 10% of medical emergencies, but 90% of births can like happen just through intuition, like with obviously support. I know that there's free birthers out there, but anywho, I'm getting off topic. I'm talking about the Rainbow deck, and it was inspired from this journal. So this was like that time period for me of just a very hard, unexpected pregnancy with someone that I was still getting to know. If you've ever been pregnant or had kids with someone, it just really gets deep with the person. And it was really hard. We're like at a much more solid place now, which again, in Ransom's review, she pulled, what did she pull? I know she pulled the Hermit in reverse, but I don't know if she was talking about this and that, but just like looking at your foundation, like the foundation of your health, the foundation of your relationships, the like foundation of like your mental health practices. But excuse me. My clouds are so pretty right now. Okay. I need a paint. Anywho, okay. This is September 20th, 2018. I wrote new daily intention, self-care. I wrote lemon water, brushing teeth, walking/moving my body. And this is like a whole list of just things that I was like, these are all of the different ways that I can, in a very small, practical way, take care of myself. Like lotion and moisturizer, drinking water, going to bed before 9, read more, less TV, legs up the wall. Like these are all very quick, like easy things that was another word Ransom used, this digestible. That is how I wanted these cards to be. I wanted them to be digestible. I wanted them to be like I just wanted them to be easily interpretable and not like well, what does that mean? And I think as tarot readers and just people seeking self-help type things, and always like looking to grow and evolve, we are always looking at like, how can I improve? How can I get better? And sometimes it's nice to just be like calm, like, how is my foundation? I'm here, like, now what? And we can get so wrapped up in this like busy, and really like having these small digestible chunks to like be able to do to just care for ourselves. People, I'm like just noticing how much being miserable is kind of like the norm in America. And people, we numb out with, I was just listening to RuPaul's interview on Call Her Daddy, and Ru was just saying how like drugs and alcohol saved his life for the, you know, first 20 years, and he wasn't his body. He left his body with traumatic things in his childhood, and then he didn't fully re-enter his body again until sobriety. And I loved he's like, it was fun for the first 20 years. The last 10 of that were not. And we hide with drugs and alcohol. We're not, and I'm not sober. Like I definitely like to like indulge in a glass of wine, but I don't fully like overindulge all the time. I maybe like mix different substances and things. But I really try to be intentional with like, am I drinking right now to like numb out? And if I am, then like, fucking sometimes I just want to do that. And it's like, all right, I'm going to numb out, and then like, I'm going to face this. And I like trust myself to face it. And I do show up and like heal my shit. Okay, let's see what other things. And then so this is how I write my yoga flows, but this, I like feel like I remember writing this down, and I'm like, this is neck rehab, because I have really, I think as people who like put a lot of pressure on themselves and carry a lot of weight on themselves and their expectations of themselves, it's really heavy, and that weight tends to manifest here in our shoulders. Everybody is different, obviously, but I personally in my body tend to manifest the most like in my neck, in my jaw. My jaw is like, I've been like, should I get the Botox in the jaw to like, I don't know. I just hear that's good, but then I'm like, I don't know if I want to put Botox in my face. No judgment if you do. I gotta see more long-term effects of it before I do it. Okay, but all of these poses are just like heart openers. And even now as I'm sitting here, like if you're sitting watching this, and obviously like if you're not in the car, if you're in the car, maybe like if you're noticing that you're to the right, maybe scoot to the left in the car and like change up like how you're sitting and what hand you're driving with. Like try to be ambidextrous with your body. And I am sitting here, like sitting on my heels, and I got a pillow underneath my booty, right? Yeah, under my butt, but on top of my heels. I gotta paint. Anywho, wow. And let's just all notice, like, let's just take a second to notice the beauty around us. Like, it can be as mundane as possible. I personally have like some beautiful clouds, and then there's also like a thundery background against like the very green and like lush Colorado lands, like megafauna, like the cottonwoods and the pine trees and the spruces, and it's just, and like the wind is blowing, and just tapping in. What do you see? What do you smell? What can you taste and hear? How does your body feel? How does your mind feel? Dropping the left ear to the left shoulder, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, the head back to neutral. And exhale, opposite side. Just fully taking a second to drop into the present moment. This is what I really loved. And exhale, release whenever you're ready. And like, if you're good in that, like play in your shoulders. You can like even do this. You can go like one of these. You can do this. I can do this. But just like play and open up your chest. And your, what is this? That's a tricep. Yeah. Like which direction am I? Also was updating my resume today and I'm like, damn, I like can't fit it all in one page anymore. I don't know what y'all do, but this is like literally just a box that I have had in my office, and I just throw shit in there and I'm like, I want to keep it, but I don't know where the fuck to put it. Oh, and I'm just like finding, I made this in, I don't know, maybe like 2021, 2020. It's like sad to me to think like I didn't do more of this, because I'm in my own head of like, I posted this like one time on my Instagram and then I'm like, oh, no one bought it, so like it's just fucking lame. And I love it. I'm like, oh my God, I need to do this. I'm like really getting like, I want to draw. Oh my God, that's why things fell. If you missed it in the earlier part of this video, this fucking all just fell. And this is my bloom. This is like the first iteration of my Bloom From Your Womb journal when I wrote it in, I don't even know. Okay, sorry. I'm like reading these in my I do that with my kids too. I'll just like start reading in my head and they're like, Mommy, read. Okay. So the first question I wrote in here, and this is the Bloom From Your Womb journal. That is my course for pregnancy and postpartum and chest feeding and new like questions from new moms and like transitioning into motherhood and transitioning into like a mother of two. And I'm not a mother to multiples. I definitely mother multiples in my life, but yeah. But I wrote, what do you believe to be true about pregnancy? This is so, like, I literally created this course because this is like the things that I was moving through. But I put, it gets harder as time moves on. It isn't fair. You're tired and uncomfortable all the time. Pregnancy is miserable. Your hormones are fucked and you have crazy mood swings. And I wrote, where did these ideas originate? And nothing. So I'll just do that live now with you. Do I have a water? I gotta get my water. Hang on. And if you're watching this, you go get a water too. And you chug until I'm back. I'm recording a video up here, but you can come in and just let you know. I had to get a snack too. Okay, oh no. I need some more salt. Okay. And then the next question I have is, what do you want to believe to be true about pregnancy? And I wrote, it gets more magical as time moves on. Both partners have different struggles. You can, like, I found myself in pregnancy, and even like still to this day, I really hold resentment sometimes with how much easier of a time the non-birthing partner has it. And I mean, maybe they do have to carry a load in some, like in a lot of ways, if you have a good partner, if you have a partner in general. I know that's not a privilege everyone has, but yeah, it just because they're not struggling maybe even as hard as you, especially because it is so physical. Pregnancy is so physical. You are literally, like, I see it as you are holding that baby with no breaks for 10 months, whether that shows in your body or it shows in your symptoms of, like, I was nauseous. I could not have survived pregnancy without cannabis. Like, I really, really could not have. And now I was just smoking on my porch before this video, and I was just like, oh, I love smoking. Like, and I don't just smoke weed. Like, I'll smoke, I put cannabis, tobacco, lobelia, lavender, rose petals, mullein. The mullein and the lobelia are herbs for, like, lung health. The lobelia is an antispasmatic. So you might find a muscle relaxer tincture that probably has lobelia in it. If you have a lung health tincture, you'll also find lobelia, and like, absolutely will find mullein. Mullein is kind of like the classic one. Lobelia is, I feel like, slept on a little bit. But okay, and then what else do I want? You can find ways to get comfortable in any stage of pregnancy.
What are you doing
What am I doing here?
here?
Yeah, I am just organizing. You want to help me organize?
Daddy made it.
Daddy made the secret room. Here, you want some beans?
No.
Hey, please don't step on my papers. Get in there. Let's see your concert. Say, I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did that go? That you can find ways to get comfortable in any stage of pregnancy. I'm like, yes and no. Like, that last month is just like, I think the comfortability, and that really comes from, like, your mindset of, like, I just had a dream last night that I was suddenly 9 months pregnant, and it was like time to deliver that baby, and I was like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to go to the hospital to do this and, like, get meds or, like, do it non-medicated. And I was pulled back to this moment when my youngest was born, and when, you know, I was at a, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 centimeters dilated, and I just, literally the only thought getting me through just the intensity, like, yes, birth can be a pain-free experience where your brain does not interpret it as pain, but what your brain is going to have to interpret as is pressure. It is an intense, I mean, you are a portal, like, you're tapped into this, like, surge of energy and, like, a vacuum, basically. It's so funny. And this actually really corresponds with the page that I just pulled to with this journal, but I wrote, I choose if I'm miserable or not by the activities I choose. Like, misery is phone scrolling all day, TV all day, choosing annoyance with my husband, focus on being tired and uncomfortable, no change of scenery. My pleasantries, the things that are good for me, that make me feel good, are naps in the day, starting with prayer, meditation, sun salutation. Oh. I'm gonna play me some music. I tried this. You know? Now do on this side. Wait, like this. Now hold it. Here. Oh wait, these are cool too. These are from Nani G. Which one do you like? And hold it. Wait. You gotta hold it at the bottom. Which one do you want? Hold it at the bottom, or else it's not gonna sing. Can I do it on your ears? Like it goes, ready? Can I do it? Let me do it. Put your hands down. You like it? Can I do a little cleanse on you?
Yeah.
Remember, wait, put your hands to your heart. Hands to your heart. At your heart. At your heart. Where's your heart? Where's your heart? There you go. Oh.
Do it.
But that dream last night freaked me the fuck out. And I was like, I gotta get my dream side. Just because I did, like, in that moment, I did make myself that promise, and I just, like,
Mommy,
I experienced it once, and I'm, like, I experienced a medicated birth because I was a birth center hospital transfer my first time. I preeclampsia with my first. You want space?
No, space. What is saying?
That's a snake skin. You see the snake skin? And a fucking snake came in. Okay, literally, I'm doing yard work. I don't know what the fuck made me look, but I look and I see. Whew, it's still getting me. Like 1.5 foot of a bull snake, the last 1.5 foot. So I'm like, how big is this thing? Slither into my garage. Thank God I saw it go in though. Like, thank God. I'm just like, every time I go in my garage, I'm like, I just see a picture of it and I like think about it slithering. I'm like, ugh. But I see this, like, I have this snake skin in my office. My husband found this on a, like once we were out fishing at like a lake by our house. And I kept it and it's just my thing. And now it's like so funny that this snake, and I'm in the burbs, y'all. Like I'm in the farm burbs, but like still the burbs and like suburban. Yeah, the suburban area of like Boulder, in between Denver and Boulder, but closer to Boulder for sure. But anywho, that was jarring. That was a jarring experience, but it is crazy. Like snakes are coming to me now. I feel like snake is like my new like guide, like my new spirit guide.
Mommy need help.
There's our secret room back here, y'all. There you go, play with your piggy. My kid's closet. This is like the office closet, and then like this is my office, and this is the office closet. What's up? Go out that door and come find mommy. Oh, it's so fun. Oh my God, I'm like reliving my childhood through them. Just like the cool thing about kids, like I don't want to make it sound like, oh, I'm never having kids again. Having kids sucks. Like I love having kids. It is very all-consuming, and I have put my career on the back burner since I was laid off in 2020. At that time, I was a cannabis genetics R&D scientist, which is like crazy because I moved here and I was like, I want to be a geneticist that studies genetics and cannabis. And I was basically doing that. But I've been putting my career on hold, and being pregnant, birthing a baby, caring for the baby postpartum, even if you're a non-birthing parent and you're like an adoptive parent or the non-birthing partner, it's still a thing. So I can choose adoption. Like I'm definitely open to that. My husband is adopted and 2 of my in-laws are also adopted. So it's just like something I married into. I never would have like kind of seen myself doing it before, but I really have seen like there is literally no difference between like in the relationship of the family and like family dynamics are a little bit interesting because you have multiple different lineage, so it just like amplifies the like healing in the lineage to do kind of. But yeah, that dream freaked me out too. I was like, I can't. I was like, I've done it. I've given birth twice. technically 3 times, but the first time I only dilated to like a 3 centimeters because I was passing a 4-week-old fetus, which was literally, people will tell you like the baby, like I see pictures all the time of like, this is what a baby looks like at 4 weeks old, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. I've seen it. I've held one in my hand. That is not what it looks like. It literally looked like a kind of like a cyst, like, but it was more like squishy. Like a cyst is like hard, and what I held, the fetus I held was just, yeah, very soft. If you or anyone you know is struggling with abortion, I have a meditation on YouTube for that. I like abortion story time is on YouTube. And that's like my most viewed video, which is crazy because I didn't edit that at all. I don't even have a fucking, what do you call that, cover photo on it. Okay. So we're here to tell you about the Rainboww deck too. So yeah, Ransom's video just got me like remembering why I made the Rainboww deck and like the intention behind it, which I did just want to be a very clear channel, and just, if we all like, we're not all gonna feel happy and joyous and like great 100% of the time. That would be a statistical anomaly, and I'm like a big statistics gal. I'm a fucking scientist, so I'm like, show me the stats. Or what I mean by that too is like, when you are seeing statistical significance in a study, you are looking at the p-value and whether or not your p-value, which is like scope of the video, Rachel, scope of the video, a p-value. You just are looking if that is higher than a threshold or lower than a threshold, and that helps you determine if something is statistically significant or not. So like I always am saying like, correlation is not causation. Just because something looks correlated doesn't mean it is, at least in like traditional Western science, which is far, far, far behind science before we had a lab, you know. Now that we can like measure things and have all of these intelligent people who came before us to like help us decipher if something is statistically significant or not. There was a science before that, and the like modern Western civilization science is like very far behind what we already know. But I do think there's like leaps and bounds being made, like Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton would all be like, I feel like very happy with where we are today. Okay, turn off the light. If you're all done, turn off the light. Aki, turn off the light.
No.
Do you want me to show you?
Show you.
Okay.
Open it.
Hang on. Let me get it with my teeth. This is like what I do for my kids. I'll like pre-chew candy. Hang on. Wait. I said wait. Be patient, please. Thank you.
Okay.
I chew it down because your teeth are not equipped to handle. No. We're going to take a bite. There you go. You don't have to talk to kids like they're fucking idiots too. I hate when people do. Like, they're a human being. They're little, but they're fucking smart. Especially from 0 to 3. It's like the most you learn in that time span in your like whole life. I don't know if I agree with that. That's like what I was taught as a biology student. No, sweet boy. Also a hack, like why I even have an office, why we even have space for that. We have a house that has 3 bedrooms, and so I noticed like we're all just sleeping in the same fucking bedroom. So why does each kid have a room when we're all just sleeping in our room? So we have our bed and then a set of bunk beds in our bedroom, and we just call that like the bunk room, and that's where we all sleep. But a lot of nights they go to sleep in bed with us. That's where they feel safe. That's like, I feel safest too, like with all of us just in one room. That just feels better to me than like all of us sleeping in our own rooms. And then I have an office, and next door to my office is a kid's playroom. And that's also like one of my coworkers when I was pregnant at Green Dream, the dispensary, he was like, man, I wish I let go of having their room clean because I was always mad about it. And I could have just let it go and been like, whatever, just close the door. And so the playroom is the room I can just close the door. And that's really nice. In this journal here, I have, remember, it's just what I look down to. Remember, it isn't about likes on social media. It is about posting things that are true to you, that speak from your heart. One intention, lift others up / make someone's day. And then I scratched that out and I wrote, inspire you, lift yourself up, which I fucking like that, Raquel. Let's see, when did I update that? I love going through my old journals and like highlighting things and circling things and like changing things and updating them, because we're always growing. We're always a work in progress. And I know I try to be, I don't want to be the same person I was 6 months ago. I continually want to be evolving and growing and looking at my shit and healing my shit. And that reminds me too, so this whole thing, I'm like, I've known I wanted to like open my course Bloom From Your Womb, but I'm like, I'm very just wishy-washy with it. And this is like the snake energy coming to me again of like, fucking do your shit, complete a project, and move on to the next. I have all of these like half-finished projects here. This is my, I know I'm gonna write this, I just like don't know when, but I have like a kids science series of books I want to do, of like just simplifying. Albert Einstein said, if you can't explain it to a kindergartner, you don't know it well enough. So I am like wanting to not even dumb it down, because it's so like patronizing to just because someone's 5. I think 5-year-olds are fucking brilliant. Like that's, yeah. But anywho, off topic, but this is like photosynthesis for tiny humans, organic chemistry for tiny humans, cellular communication for tiny humans, scabs, like how do scabs form, gravity for babies. This was definitely, I always had this idea, like even as just a biology student, I always wanted to like do something with kids books, like explaining science to kids, because I just think the like science is such like a mind expanding discipline. And the more, Neil deGrasse Tyson said, it doesn't matter the results of an experiment, what matters is the curiosity that led to them. And like kids are full of curiosity, and science is such a great avenue to send kids, especially kids who have like ADHD diagnoses, or people are like, oh well, they're like, I have my neighbor's kid is wicked smart, and I'm like, he's not stimulated enough at school, that's why he's like having problems at school, because he's fucking bored. I'm like, give him a college class. Oh, would you hit your foot? Holy moly, let's jump it up, 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 jump it up. How you feel? You feel good? You want to jump, jump, jump? You want to jump, 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 jump. Let's jump, 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 jump it out. All good? No. Yeah, I just have all these like half-finished projects, and like they've like been started, but this is like gonna be my intention. Just like, oh, here's more of the fucking kids books thing. See? This is why I needed to go through this. This is like all just different notes from different fucking days, and how on brand. My Rainboww Rach or what? Chanel. I'm gonna leave my shirt on actually. Okay, kiss your belly. Did you eat that whole Starburst? I love you. I love you. No. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, and I like reset goals. I have like.
I want Blee.
Okay, go ask Daddy, please. I'm using my phone right now.
I want Blee.
Okay, go ask Daddy. Such a cranky boy. I just thought about this the other day, but ways to be in 2020, and I have like all these things, and this is like this is December 2019 that I wrote this. Ask people about themselves more than you talk about yourself. That I noticed in one of my friends. I was like, God, you're just like so in tune with other people and like asking them about themselves and like always just bringing kind of the focus back to other people. And I really admire that. Still very close to this person. They're like a sister. So yeah, it's just like funny to find this again. When feeling reactive, breathe into it. Release frustration when possible. Create when you get the thought of something that sparks a passion, excitement, like right now. Okay, so any game. Yeah, Heal Your Shit. I'm gonna have on sale for another like I don't know, just like another maybe 48 hours, maybe 72 hours. I might get 3 days in and be like, wait, let's just make a fucking date, Raquel. This is like my thing. I don't want to make a date. I don't want to commit. I have like commitment things, and like being with someone 9 months and then having a baby together is like a huge commitment. So every other area I'm like trying to overcorrect and be like, okay, let me not commit, because I am so committed in this area and I need some non-committal. But we're gonna commit. Okay, we're gonna say 72 hours. Heal Your Shit will be on sale. Yeah, for sale. Full disclosure, I have like the free version of Teachable. I will eventually get my courses onto my website, but for now my bandwidth is elsewhere. And so for now it's on Teachable, and I have like their free membership, and so I can only have one course open at a time, which probably is a good thing for me, but that means I have to close Heal Your Shit to open Bloom From Your Womb. Which oh my god, okay, so how am I gonna organize? I'm like, okay, I have my Bloom From Your Womb thing. I'm finding like other notes too. But yeah, then I'll open Bloom From Your Womb after that. Don't know the exact dates. So I'm gonna commit to 72 hours from now. So what is that? It is Tuesday night, May 21st right now. So May 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So let's call it 5 p.m. Mountain Time on the 24th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, on the 24th. May 24th of 2024. We're going to close Heal Your Shit, and I'm going to open Bloom From Your Womb. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, and I'm going to let's read more. Grow through any karmic situations that need healing. Oh, and I have that in quotes, so that wasn't me. Also, if you're a journaler, like always put other people's quotes and what other people said in quotations, because then like reading this back, I didn't quote that, but I must have like heard that in something I was watching. And where did that go? Like, hold a vision. Some things take time to manifest. That's from You Are Creators. I don't know. I think that's on Instagram. I don't even follow them anymore, but yeah, if you quote things in your journal, then when you're going back to read it, you know like what's yours and what's not. I'm really big on like, I don't want to plagiarize and like use someone's words as my own. I've seen many authors do that in the past, and I actively don't want to do that. So yeah, this was a time in my life too when I was just like very into the moon cycles and like trying to study like what happens at this, like at a waning moon versus a balsamic moon versus a waxing moon, and like just trying to figure out and like documenting my healing and like what was coming up for me at that time, and just trying to see if I could find any correlation, something to study, like use that science brain. I'm very science brained. Like it's funny when like my dad will tell me, you know, I want you to find a job using your degree because you don't even use it. And I'm like, I use my degree every fucking day. I am able to read like scientific papers because I have a degree. I spent 4 years fighting, and it's still like a fight sometimes to read those like dense academic journals and to also like read through the bullshit of them, because I am a published contributor to an article, and I was so fucking stoked at the time. But now I've learned that this is like actually a rite of passage for scientists, which is nice. But what was published and what like the paper seems to say is that like, wow, there's so much complex variability in the THCA and THCA and CBDA synthase genes. That's what the research, I was like the lab fucking bitch, basically doing, like, they taught me how to do the experiments, and then I was doing them, getting the data and then presenting it to my team, to our research team. And it's like memes. I know the memes. But as a young, naive scientist, and then being in the field of science, there's this rite of passage to be like disillusioned by fancy words people use and read through, like, what is this paper actually saying? Like, that paper for me was saying, like at the time when we were getting published in like 2015, and I saw my name on a research paper, I was like, oh my God. And now I'm like, that's just the complex variability in the THCA and CBDA synthase genes, literally translated into layman's terms, is like, I don't know, a lot of shit fucking happened. A lot of shit that's fucking, that's very variable, and that I can't really explain. And like, just how it felt too as a researcher, I was like, I was so excited to get my results and like see what they presented, and then to have them, to fully be able to like grasp the article, like what the article was saying. I was just like, wow, our research really didn't do anything. Like, it didn't discover some fucking cool gene, some cool, like, something we can use, right? Like, all of this, I mean, research takes fucking years, and it takes years to get it published. But I think because who I was under was very, what is that word? Like, prolific in the Tulsa, like, OSU CHS community. I got my degree at Oklahoma State University. Go Pokes, baby. I grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and so then I went to college there and then moved to Colorado when I was, after I graduated, to be a cannabis scientist. And now I'm like, now here I am. Now I'm not a certified. I am a trained postpartum doula working towards certification. Yeah, I have like 2 kids. It's so weird to like think of like the young girl that moved here being like, I just want to be a cannabis scientist, and like all of the disillusionment that's happened, all the real fucking world shit of like, yeah. Like, it's a lot. I like compare myself to people all the time too, and I'm like, well, I don't have like this like exploding career. I don't have, it's like all of this list of like things I don't have, and then it's like, but what do I do have? Like, I do have this like warm family and this like marriage that's like, I don't want to make it seem like marriage is so easy, and we're like in our 7th year, which I've heard of like the 7-year itch, and I'm like, damn, a lot of like, should we get divorced? Like, are we good right now? Like, a lot of like working through that in marriage, which has been very difficult, but that's also like something to be proud of. And like, not in like, oh, I'm suffering. It's like, I have seen ways of being in this relationship on my part and my like husband's part, and like talked about it, communicated through it. I just watched the Ashley Madison documentary, and I just saw like, my whole thought process is like, if you want to cheat, just fucking talk to your fucking person about it. Like, just talk to your spouse about it if you want to cheat, because you're probably not going to actually want to cheat if you just talk to them about it and you're like, hey, I'm feeling unfulfilled in this way, this way, this way, this way. I'm feeling, you know, and it's not going to be like a pretty conversation probably. I've had a lot of really hard, very tearful, very morbid conversations with my husband, like in the last 6 weeks. Like, truly, we're just now coming out of this, like, really in the trenches part of marriage. Yeah, so I just like I never ever want to be like, I'm married and it's perfect and I'm so happy. Like, that's not marriage, like, fully 100% of the time. There's definitely parts and aspects of it that are great, but it's hard. You have to work at it, and you have to like commit to being, if you want a successful, happy marriage, which is, and a healthy one, which is what I want, you got to be willing to like have uncomfortable conversations and be really vulnerable with your person, and like talk very candidly and honestly about like what you're experiencing and what you're not happy with. And my husband and I like said from the beginning, like, we're gonna grow together, like we're gonna evolve together. And recently, like, just a point of contention I said to him was like, we fucking promised each other that, like, that was like, we got married like when I was pregnant with my second kid. But like, when you have a conversation with someone of like, hey, we're in this, we're having a kid together, whatever, like, that moment was like the moment we were married for me. And yeah, in that moment, it's like within that moment, like the area of time that moment was in, like 2015, 2016, 2017. It's very like, no, it was 2017. Yeah, because I gave birth in 2018. But I had just said, like, we're either going to grow together or we're going to grow apart. I'm like, I am committing to you to grow together. And I called him out recently because I was like, you're not upholding that commitment. So yeah, we had really uncomfortable conversations. And like, because of this work that I've done, like in this journal, because this is my pregnancy journal, this is like postpartum journal. Let's see how far this goes. Gary V. Let's see what I wrote from Gary V. You know what's better than Adderall? So funny. Gary V quoted in, God, when was this? 2019, May 2019, quoted him saying, you know it's better than Adderall? Gratitude. So funny. So true. So fucking true. Beltane blessings. But yeah, this was like just from that point. Oh, another Gary Vee quote. Find what you're good at and become tunnel fucking vision. Stop listening to anything other people say, aka don't take things personally of the 4 agreements. So it's like me. Do it or slam. That's cute. I just found a schedule. I feel like I'm just like rambling, so leave a comment below if you are not into this. And I was listening to a Gary podcast today, and he said, he's like, I don't even do long form for like the long form content. I do it for the short form. I was like, God damn, that's so good. Because sometimes it feels like the long form content gets like lost in the weeds of YouTube, and it's like, damn, no one fucking sees this. But if you make shorts out of that content, and like people watch shorts, but shorts have virality, so people can find you easily through like shorts and reels and TikToks and like just short form content, like 6 to 20-second content, even just 1 minute. And it really made me be like, okay, that can help me be consistent with YouTube. Like, that can help me be, yeah, even like talking about the commitment thing. Like, it's hard for me to commit because I am so committed to motherhood, to my husband, to my healing. I'm very committed and like devoted to these areas in my life, like my food. And so I just feel like I'm very non-committal in other areas, but I'm like working through the uncomfortability now to be like, you know what? No, it's time. We're going to work through this uncomfortability. We're going to like finish the projects that we start. We're going to continue the things that we say we're going to do. Like I wanted to post, at first it was 1 long form a week. And then I like got all of the long form things like out of my head. I'm like, all right, realistically, I can post like 1 to 2 long forms a month, but like 5 shorts a week. And I'm like still kind of finding like a flow with it. This is very new within like the last 3 months. No, when did I start that? Probably 2 months ago. So this is like me being consistent and like finding the consistent that works for me. Let's see, do I have any other Gary Vee quotes in here? That's what I love too about just like quoting people, because then I'm not like, wait, where did I get that again? No. Oh, here, let's see. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? I think, is that Ralph Waldo Emerson? I don't know. But someone notorious said, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? That's where I'm going to end today. This chatty Cathy, very bouncy, but hopefully very powerful. Like I do feel like there's definitely some nuggets. I'm going to post this to my YouTube unedited. Throw these 2 videos together. This one's at 39 minutes. So the other one was like 12. So this will be about a 40-minute long form. I'm just going to say it here and keep myself accountable. I'm going to make 3 to 5 clips by Sunday. Yeah, I'm going to set a realistic expectation of myself. I'm reading Slay Like a Mother, and that's like the chapter I'm on right now, is setting realistic expectations for yourself. Okay, we're setting a realistic expectation and saying, I'm going to post this to YouTube tonight, and it's Tuesday, and then by Sunday, I want to have 7 short form videos made and hopefully 1 posted, but if not, we're going to post on Sunday. So, again, heal your shit. Another commitment I'm keeping to myself. I'm closing Heal Your Shit May 24th at 5 p.m. Mountain. And then I'm going to open Bloom From Your Womb at a later date. Maybe the second I fucking close Heal Your Shit, I'll open. I just don't know how I'm going to be. And again, I need to like nurture this side of me that does want to be non-committal. Like I definitely don't think that's a bad thing, but I definitely need to find ways that where I can be non-committal and where I can be like fun and flowy and like adventurous and spontaneous. Like I really need spontaneity in my life. It's just like one of the things that makes me so happy is just to be like spontaneous and like go with the flow. And so I'll go with the flow when I want to open Bloom From Your Womb, but I definitely want to do that. And I definitely want to close Heal Your Shit so I can open Bloom From Your Womb. And all this is at rainbowrach.com. That's with 2 W's. Find me on Instagram. Should I bring up my newsletter again? I was kind of thinking about it. We'll see. Let me commit to the task of this week and then I'll see from there. But Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, I'm on kind of Facebook, Rainboww Rach Healing. Find me in the places. Yeah, till next time. Thanks for being here.